All right, back to our late spring smallmouth pattern in crystal clear waters of northwestern Wisconsin.
See, this is like fishing in an aquarium. This lake is so clear.
If the timing for spring spawning is on, the finding and catching part of the pattern is actually very easy for those who take the time to look.
There's one right there.
Run shallow bedding areas. Look for scooting bass, empty beds, or fish holding on beds.
It's right on the end of the dock.
I see her.
Quietly position the boat in close and cast soft plastics on very lightweight jigs.
Oh. Two of them. I like that cast.
Should a fish spook, just know in advance that eventually he'll probably come back.
Here she comes.
There we go.
Got one, babe?
Yep.
Patience and perseverance.
Yes, sir.
If you're persistent, it's very rare that you can't get these bass to eventually bite. Not for the sake of food, mind you, but to move your bait off and away from the bed to eliminate the threat.
But if this is the average fish we catch today, it's going to be one heck of a good day.
When the timing is right, you'll be in for one of freshwater fishing's greatest pleasures.
Would you like to start your morning off like this? Huh? I mean, look at the size of this thing. Beautiful, beautiful fish. Well, you can. You can come up here and do exactly what I'm doing. Of course, you don't generally get the presence of Mr. Greg Miller to go fishing with you. He's usually out chasing some critter around with a stick and string.
But you know where I'm going to be at this time of year, don't you?
Oh, yes. There's so many different lakes in this area of Wisconsin that have got big smallmouth.
Attaboy, Greg.
You got her to hit.
Yep.
Patience, patience, patience.
Oh. This is
the one you were looking for,
This is grandmama here. I'm blessed in what I do. I could pretty much live wherever I wanted to live and still do my job. But I stay in Wisconsin for a reason and in this area for a reason, and because my passion, other than whitetails, is fishing.
Can I do the honors there, Greg?
Yes, you can. That is a beautiful fish. People that have never been here, aren't familiar with this part of the world.
Look at this one, babe.
Stud.
We have world-class fishing here for a lot of different species, and when I met Jeff, that broadened my horizons some more.
There's a fish right behind my tube. And there he is. This time of year, it is important to have a variety of tackle to go after these fish because everything is literally changing day to day.
Big fish?
Oh, yes. The bass will tell you quickly this time of year what's happening. Thank you, Greg.
You're welcome, Jeffrey.
If you fish for a period of time and you're not having strikes, you're not seeing fish, change it up. That is a big, big northern Wisconsin smallmouth bass. And don't be afraid to move shallow, move deep, and all this can happen within a day's time on the water. Did you get him, babe?
Yeah. Put on a little different colored grub.
In fact, we saw it happen in particular on this trip. As that water warmed, as the sun came up, and as the fish moved in, things got hotter and hotter and hotter.
Look at that. I know, every one of them.
Look at
Look at the size of these things. This is the average bass we've caught.
And we started out with a slower presentation, but as those fish got more aggressive, so did our presentation. There he is.
Yeah, I watched him.
There he is. I watched that fish stalk that tube for about 30 yards, babe. He just stalked it. And into the net.
Oh, what a fish. What a fish. Well, that's a big fish.
This was so neat. You talk about a predator.
Anybody who's never done this though, you know, has no idea how cool it is. With these little artificials, we're not hurting them at all. But it's exciting, you know? Just like when you go to Canada. Oh my God, look at what just crawled underneath the boat.
It was really neat to watch Babe and Greg.
Holy buckets, where did she come from?
You have two hunters in the boat.
It's just like stalking deer.
And they're not only hunters, but they're also fishermen.
Oh!
Ho, ho, ho. That is gorgeous. What we were doing was a completely kind of a hunting type strategy.
Let's slide back and sneak in, then we're going to go into stealth mode, though. We're going to stalk that guy over there.
Everything was so visual.
Fish on.
Ooh, I've seen him make a run at a beeline for your bait. I mean, you're so on point.
That's just me when I'm fishing these things, babe.
Me too.
We were able to see structure. We were able to see fish.
Being able to see them out there, that just adds to it.
We were able to make a game plan when we spotted fish. Oh, there's one right here I'm going to catch. Move in on them as quietly as we possibly could. Right there. And then make precision casts. And there he is. And being able to feel those bites when you couldn't always see the bites.
I'm in the zone. I'm in that smallmouth zone.
Boy, what an honor to share a boat with Babe Winkelman and Greg Miller. Two legends as far as I'm concerned. Just an honor to be in the boat with those two guys.
One of the attributes this area has is big smallmouth. I mean, if you're looking for a trip where, holy buckets. See what I mean by big smallmouth? Jeff just nailed that puppy. So here's all I gotta tell you. If you've ever dreamt about going to some place and saying this is smallmouth heaven, you need to come up here and try this, because it's more smallmouth heaven than you can imagine.